and welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing amazing. I am doing great. So today I'm gonna be doing a get ready with me / chit chat / new foundation routine. I'll be showing you a couple of new things that are different in my foundation routine. Not routine. I don't know what that is. I'm going a little bit later to a family function, a birthday, my brother's birthday. Yeah, as you can see, my brows are already done. I'm just finishing drinking up my coffee right now, and then I'm gonna get all up in y'all's grill and we're gonna get started. All right, now I'm all up in your grill so you guys can see exactly what's going on. Excuse my skin, it's been going through quite a bit lately. It was looking really great, and then it kind of took a turn for the worst, but let's deal. Now, before we get started, I just want to let you guys know that I am doing the absolute most in this foundation routine. You do not need all these products, or you don't need the specific ones. You can just use what you already have. So the first thing we're gonna do is moisturize the skin. All I did to prep my skin was just my brows. I didn't do anything else. So I'm gonna be using my absolute favorite moisturizer right now. I feel so decadent when I use this, and so nice. My skin just feels like a rich woman when I use this. So this is the Marc Jacobs Youth Quake moisturizer. I love this moisturizer. It just makes my skin feel so hydrated, so luxurious. If you're not using a moisturizer before your foundation, you're really missing out on life. I'm gonna go ahead and prime my eyes really quick. I always forget to do that. I will have the product list down below of all the product that I'm using. Now we're gonna move to skin prep. I have been loving this right here. This is the Capture Youth Matte Maximizer by Dior. It's just super pricey. You don't really need it. I don't really have a cheaper alternative for it. It's a mattifying serum that you can use after you're supposed to really use it before your moisturizer, but I like to use mine after mine because I like the way it performs better that way. It really just goes in there. It tells my skin, listen sis, we don't have time for your oils today. Get it together. You are not an oil factory. And as you can see, my skin is still pretty dewy-ish, so it doesn't like take all the shine away. It just controls the oil production in my skin. So next I'm gonna take my favorite primer. Well, one of them, because I'm gonna be using two. I told you guys this was gonna be, I'm gonna be doing the most, but this is just how I like to do my makeup. So this is the Boscia primer. I'm gonna be applying that just in the T-zone. I also use a little bit of this in my brows before I do my brows because it just keeps my brows matte. Second primer I'm gonna use, this was part of my favorite. I love this primer. This is the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. I'm obsessed with grip primers. Why haven't we always had grip primers? Like, they make so much sense. It just holds on to my makeup. Okay, so now we're done prepping because I applied quite a few products, but my skin is now ready for makeup. Now, the most important thing that I can always tell you guys, when you guys watch us YouTubers or, you know, makeup people, you're always like, you're applying so many things on your face. But it's really what makes your makeup look good. So when you ask us later, oh, what foundation are you using or whatever, sometimes it's the foundation, most of the time it's what we did beneath. So try to take some time and really prep your skin before you just put your foundation on. You're going to love it. So for my foundation, so I'm gonna be taking my CC cream and I'm gonna be mixing that with my Vanish Seamless Finish Hourglass Liquid Foundation. I love this foundation. I know it has a lot of mixed reviews, but I really like it. I find that it looks beautiful on my skin, and it lasts all day. I love how beautiful this looks on the skin. It looks so pretty. All right, so my foundation is completely on right now. And what I'm gonna be doing next is applying my concealer. Now, I went to the store yesterday and I've been a little concealer crazy lately. I don't know why. I've been trying a bunch of new ones. But I picked up the ColourPop concealer And then I also picked up, let me open it. This seems like one of those ones that wants to like snatch your whole nail off. What you're not finna do is take my nail because I just got these nails done. And then I got the Milani concealer. So this is the Milani right here, which is one of the yellow tone, and then this is the ColourPop. I think I'm gonna do the Milani because I like that color just a little bit. It has that nice bright yellow that I like in my concealer. Ooh, that might be a little too light. For my face, I used to like to go in with my highlight all over the place, but I used to think that I had a round face, but I have more of a heart-shaped face. So I need to be kind of careful like how much I highlight my chin. So what I've been doing is to just dotting it right there and then going right in the center of my Cupid's bow. So keeping everything very centered for me, it's gonna help narrow my face down a little bit instead of widening things out too much. That's going to make your face look wider, and I don't need a wider face. I need a smaller face. All right, so now that I have that on, I'm gonna go ahead and contour my skin just a little bit. I love using a cream foundation to contour my skin, and I'm gonna be using the Lancome the Tint Idole 555 Suede. It is quite a few shades darker than my skin, which works out perfectly to contour. I'm gonna go ahead and blend out my highlight. I took a little bit of time off work, and that really helped me like just get myself together. I really bonded with my family also during that time, and just spending time with them. It is really nice being in Texas and having my family nearby, whereas most of the time that I've been on YouTube, I've always lived out of Texas, so away from my family. I really did miss filming videos, but I didn't want to film anything or do anything that I didn't really feel like doing, and I didn't want to come back to filming videos until I felt like it was the right time. And as soon as it was the right time, I did, and now I can actually get through filming and talking without randomly just bursting into tears. My next door neighbor burnt his apartment down, and on my way home I saw all these fire trucks like passing me on the street. When I pulled up to my apartment, sure enough, they were pulling up to my apartment, and I was like, oh no, I hope it's not my building. And sure enough, it was my building. And I was like, oh darn, I hope it's not my floor. And sure enough, it was my floor. When we were finally able to get back inside the apartment, I found that it was my direct next door neighbor whose apartment like burnt down. It was like a grace fire, I think, or something like that. So I was trying to be a nice neighbor, and I went over and asked them. I was like, hey, are you okay? Did anything, did you lose anything? How bad was the fire? He's like, yeah, I'm doing fine. And then he asks me, do you have a beer? And I'm like, sir, half of your things are on the street. Like, your place is burnt, sir. Either you're gonna need something much stronger than beer, or you don't need no beer at all. So I was like, that would be the last thing that I will be asking for. I would be freaking out trying to call my renter's insurance. I was like, hey, did you call your renter's insurance? And he's like, no. And I'm like, ooh, you need to get your priorities straight, child. As usual, we're going to be using my Glow by Glory palette because it's my palette and I love it, and all the colors inside of it work for me and for y'all. It's still available for purchase. A lot of you guys emailed me and were asking me on Instagram and on Snapchat if I had a GoFundMe, for everything that was going on in my life. At the time, I didn't really have time to respond, but the answer to that is no, I don't have a GoFundMe. I'm gonna be using number 45, which is like this orangey color right here, my favorite transition color. So no, I don't have a GoFundMe account just because that's not me, that's not my style to, even if I'm going through something rough, to take money from you guys just because you guys have issues too. You guys have problems. Just because I'm falling on hard time doesn't mean that you guys aren't going through something hard also. So I always feel bad doing a GoFundMe for myself personally. Like, anybody else is entitled to do what they want. For those of you guys who wanted to donate and wanted to do something for me, what you can do is to just purchase my palette because that, it helps with the sales of my palette and I get a percentage of the sale, so it helps me in those two ways. So for those of you guys who wanted to donate, I think it's a thank you first of all, but I think you'll just do just as well if you guys just bought my palette, because then I feel like you guys have a choice. You can get it if you need an awesome eyeshadow palette, but if you don't have it and you can't get it right now, then I completely understand. So it's not like you guys are forced to get anything. So thank you guys for reaching out to me and being so amazing and checking up on me. A lot of you guys checked up on me all the time. Like, if I wasn't posting something on Instagram, at least one of you guys would be like, girl, where are you? We're gonna go into Champagne Mommy, which is one of my favorite colors. It's a taupe champagne color. I'm gonna take that on a little flat brush. It's a super pigmented, like, champagne color, so don't pick up too much, girl. Going back into the same number 45 color, and I just want to make sure Champagne Mommy stay where she's supposed to, because you know she really like going other places, because the way my lid is set up, sometimes my shadows like to travel. And another trick that I have, if you want your eyeshadow to stay in place after you put it on, put a little bit of setting spray on your brush after and just press your shadow into place. Okay, so now I'm going into the color Saucy, which Saucy, I don't know why I always say it like that. Saucy is a reddish color, and we're gonna put Saucy very close to Champagne Mommy to blend Champagne Mommy out, give her some nice structure, make sure she don't leave and go nowhere. Perfect. I'm gonna go with a little bit of Goat, which Goat is like a medium dark-ish brown color, but it's not too dark. Be a little bit on the outside. I like the eyes the way they are. So I've been using the Anastasia, the Pro Pencil eyeshadow primer and color corrector. I don't use it for that, because how am I correct with this? How? It's beige. I use this as my inner waterline to open up my eyes. I know my eyes are already big old saucers, but this is a beige pencil, so it's not gonna be as stark and white as Sansa. For those of you guys who watch Game of Thrones, you'll get that. So I like it kind of subtle like this. Well, maybe you guys are thinking, girl, that is not subtle. So I'm gonna go off camera. We're gonna do liner, lashes, and all of that. The things that you guys have seen me do 100 million times. And then we'll come back to finish the face. For the lashes, I'm using Fifi lashes. These are in the style Successful. So I'll be right back. All right, we've got liner, lashes, everything going on. So now we're gonna finish the rest of the face. Another little thing that I've been doing slightly different to my foundation routine is I am not applying my powder. This is the Micro Smooth powder, by the way, it's my favorite, with a brush anymore. I'm applying it with my damp beauty blender. So I'm just gently running my beauty blender over the foundation until I get a where did that burp was trying to kill me. It was trying to get out or kill me trying. So I just run it over like that. You see how it's evenly on the sponge, and I'm just tapping it onto my skin. This gives me such a beautiful finish. Okay, now that my powder is on, I'm gonna go ahead and bronze. I'm gonna be using two different products. So the first thing I'm gonna be using is the NARS bronzer in Genia, but I just have the Genia, which is this color right here. I'm just gonna apply my bronzer on. We're gonna go ahead and do the second bronzer. Sorry, I don't really wear blush, but I do like me a good second bronzer. This is Give Me Sun by MAC. If you're lighter than me, you could possibly use this as a bronzer by itself, but for me, it works best as kind of like a bronzer topper slash blush situation. I like to do my I know something you don't know face. So like this. Oh, my I get paid more than you face. See, now I'm playing around and putting on too much. It's not for everybody. I feel like I sound like Young Miami when I say that, but it's not for everybody, but I like it. All right, so now that that's over with, I can go ahead and set my face. I know you guys are thinking, girl, wrap it up, girl. So I'm gonna be using my fave. This is the Korres Hydrating Face Mist H2 Rose. That's what it looks like. I love this stuff. So after my setting spray, I like taking my sponge and I like pressing my setting spray into my skin. It looks good when you do that. So for highlight, I'm gonna go back into the Glow Up palette and I'm gonna do my little mixeroo. As usual, this time we're gonna mix Glisten, which is like this rose gold, and we're gonna mix it with Glow Up. What palette you know you can do an eyeshadow with and then get a pop-in highlight like this? Don't answer that if the answer isn't the Glow Up palette. We're gonna highlight the nose for the culture and for the haters who tell me my nose is too big to highlight. This lip combination almost broke my Instagram the other day. So I wore this lip combination and I put a picture on my Instagram like normal, and you guys were going nuts asking me about it. And of course I use too many products, but I figured this would be a great time for me to put this lip on so you guys can see it in person, and even though it's a lot of products. Anyway, I'm gonna start with a liner. I'm using the NYX liner, the Suede Matte Lip Liner, and I'm using the color Club Hopper. For this look, a really nice peachy nude, or everything looks pink on me, so it's gonna look like a pinky nude. When I did this lip earlier this week, I wasn't using the Anastasia. I was using Urban Decay 1993. Was it 1995? It's one of those years. So I did it with that, but you can do it with any pretty much nude-ish, pink-ish, peach-ish lipstick that you want. The pièce de résistance, the most important part, is this lip glass that I have from MAC. This is Below Freezing. It's just a lip glass, and it was part of a Christmas collection. I don't know if they have it anymore, but maybe you can go into a MAC and ask them, and maybe they can give you something similar. As long as you have a really nice glossy-ish gloss, it'll work. And it's mostly a nude gloss. It doesn't have much color. It only looks like it has color in there because I've dipped my brush back so many times. My lips look like two glazed donuts, girl. Two glazed donuts. Are you guys proud of me right now? When have you guys ever seen me apply this much gloss on? So yeah, guys, that's it. I hope you guys liked the look. Really, truly enjoyed catching up with you guys. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed watching it. Subscribe to my channel, but please make sure you hit a small notification bell that is next to the subscribe button. That is going to notify you every time that I upload a video, so you guys don't miss a video. Because a lot of times YouTube doesn't send you guys a notification, but you subscribe to me, so you want to see my videos. That's the surefire way that you're gonna see videos. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!